have you learned? I was programmed to beat you. The same mistakes. I was programmed to beat you.
I'm not ready yet, ready to forget now. I'm not ready yet, ready to forget. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Welcome to the LXC.
Your lights flash glow in the virtual battlefield.
Renekton going in, stopped by the Sejuani. Renekton ult coming out. Whale stunning the Renekton. Renekton falls. Turret shots being taken. Looking to collapse on this Renekton that is all alone. Half health dwindling. A quarter. Ult comes out. Shield. Seraphine ult whiffing completely. Renekton coming up. Jinx in the backline looking auto.
And 40, 35, 20, 10. And the Nexus goes down. And we are seeing a 55 kill game
half. 3, 2, 2, going in. And it's a steal from Rico. Looking to find his way out. He's not taking any damage. Skarner comes out. He's at half, a quarter. Ari finding a kill. Looking to get a second one onto the... That's a double. Looking to continue. Ari gets stunned up by the Ash arrow. Stunned by the Skarner. Slammed against the wall. Ash autoing over and over. Skarner looking for a steal. Stun coming out. Ari half health. They're backing away. Big Gragas ult. Gragas stunned up. Bursted down. Skarner stealing away the Baron. Once again, it's just a disaster in the Baron pit. Ash is free autoing.
Look at Gwen!
Gwen is just in the game.
They didn't match the Gwen. Gwen was able to backdoor, and the game is over. Series over. 2-0.
It's it. All right, everyone. Welcome to week 2 of Sentinels. Glad to be back. I'm here with Ego. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing pretty good. Here to cast, here to have fun.
Definitely, and especially with a matchup like this, definitely excited to see ANGY coming back after a well-fought best of 3 last week, claiming the victory and a well-deserved pentakill on a champion you wouldn't have expected, a Mumu of all champions. How about that, huh?
I love me some Amumu. That's probably the best character in the game right now.
Definitely close. Sejuani is definitely up there as well, but we
True.
also have ANGY facing off against Conduit Prime, who had a bye week last week, and to them, this is week 1. We're gonna see how well they do against one of the top teams in the Sentinels, in the Sentinel Summer Split so far, and I'm quite excited for this matchup. Again, very talented team from ANGY, coming out strong with their 2-1 victory. I'm excited to see how Conduit faces this probably massive hurdle, and can really show whether they're going to be a contender for this split or not.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I haven't seen both of them play, so this is going to be my first game for both of them. So this is my first experience. Trying to see their play styles, trying to see what kind of team comps they're going to draft. That's really what I'm excited to see.
Yeah, here in Sentinels, it could be anything and anywhere. And that's the fun part about it, is you get to see these pocket picks that you wouldn't normally see, especially when you're so used to this the Crusader and Warden side of things, where usually they're planned comps way ahead of time, or they're more or less meshing together, where you'll see some unexpected synergies coming out from this side of the bracket, and it's definitely going to be exciting. These players definitely talented mechanically and macro for the Sentinel League. And I'm expecting another bloodbath this time around. Last week on stream, we had 70 kill games, 50 kill games, 60 kill games.
Dang.
And I'm sort of expecting the same coming out from this matchup.
I love aggressive games. Them farm for 20 minutes, then fight games. It's a snooze fest. I want to see level 1 scrimmage, level 2 scrimmage, dive the bot lane at level 4.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to watch a bunch of aggressive champions that are just nonstop throwing their head into a wall until something breaks. My favorite League of Legends, as chaotic as it can be, it is it is fun. The farm fest into freezing waves every 2 minutes. Top laner hasn't touched a wave since minute 2, and it's 23 minutes into the game. those aren't fun. I want to see top laners just duking it out 1v1, level 1 to level 18. I want to see team fights in the mid lane. I want to see Barons being stolen. I want to see Infernal Drakes getting blown up. I'm hoping for a lot from this matchup.
I'm hoping for 100 deaths. One game.
Let's just break records.
Exactly. We're breaking records here. All right. 50 deaths each side. Close game.
That would be a fun one. But yeah, these definitely looking at some of these players. Sadness. If he gets the picks he needs, he can definitely run up map pretty well. As fitting as his name is, very talented or talented. If he can find his groove and get into the game, he can definitely take over. And on the other side, No Name definitely can also be another deciding factor for these games. Can find himself taking over quite easily if he gets the picks that he needs. He's definitely one of those junglers that play those real aggressive picks. Diana, Zac, Xin Zhao. These junglers that can dive in real quick and somehow get away when you never could have known.
Right.
So, or see what these two teams are cooking up, especially excited to see this jungle matchup. You see a player that's super aggressive, and we see a player that's known for playing team-based champions. Top side, definitely a matchup worth looking into. Both skirmishers, both ready to duke it out at any point. Both rocking that set Camille in the back pocket. Ultimus also's got a little bit of that tank play in him, so he can definitely take a weak side role if he needs to. And I mean, honestly, it just comes down to what team can really team fight around each other, around objectives, who can tiptoe the boundary between getting wiped and staying alive by two people.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm really happy. Everyone on team 2, they got matching icons besides Outrage. What's going on with Outrage?
Yeah, look at that. Outrage going different with the 4 cats on the on team 2 and the 1 dog. ADC players got to be different.
Is this like some sort of message? Is he trying to say he's the alpha of the pack right now?
He's got that dog in him.
He's got that dog in him.
That dog in him. There's nothing you can take away from him. He's got that dog in him. Definitely the highest ranked member on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Tiptoeing that growth line, but definitely going to expect a lot out of him. Expect a lot out of his team, ANGY, to continue their streak, keep going.
We gotta switch to pro draft.
Yeah, as you know, draft law has not been working. So
R.I.P. draft law will be
yeah,
missed.
yeah, will not be missed. That application is garbage.
It's very
Absolutely
functional and it
garbage.
works for everyone.
Very, very functional.
Its design is very human.
But speaking of picks, what picks do you want to see come out of these players? What do you want to see just pulled out of the blue that's just not been played?
Out of the blue, Aurora's not allowed, right?
No.
So I'm not sure because I'm really in it for the fun. You know, I really like comps that just scream that we're gonna have fun, like those wombo combo comps. I'm trying to see a Jarvan. I'm trying to see Yasuo in the mid lane. Someone in the top lane. Give me a second on that. Malphite. And then in the bot lane, we're just gonna run. I'm very bad. Nami and Samira. There you go. That's the comp. That's the comp right there.
That is the most volatile solo queue comp I have heard in a long time.
No, this is the comp. $500 coaching. Hit my line.
I got V2. But yeah, predictions. I mean, what do you think this is? Think this could be a 2-1, 2-0, complete sweep, reverse sweep? What do we think?
I want to see a full set. If it's not a full set, I'm angry. I want to see 3 games. I want to see 2-1. I want to see a good fight on each side. I really want to see what these teams do around the objectives. Them objective fights. how teams can set up and protect the objective so that they can just secure it. The dragons, those are my boys. The grubs, I love grub fights.
We love the grubbies.
We
Grubbies
love
can
the grubbies.
break a game.
So really just see how the team can move around the map, protecting those objectives, getting them wards out, is what I'm really hoping to see from them.
Yeah, vision definitely made a big difference in last week's game. Definitely makes a big difference in any game, really, at this level of team competition. It can make or break a play, it can swing a huge comeback, or it can you can continue to bleed and pound a team into the ground just based on who is better at clearing and placing vision. Um,
Mhm.
and it's really again what it's going to come down to: who's going to get caught out in the jungle because of a control ward that nobody checks for. Who's going to get caught out in the river because of of a blue ward that was just placed. Um, certain changes, certain things will definitely swing, especially against a very volatile set of teams. Um,
I want to see Nico catch someone out on a control ward.
as
Nico
a
disguised
control,
as a control ward.
yeah, it's the LPL specialty right there.
Exactly.
The blast cone. But yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
forgot Nico
definitely
can turn into blast cones.
blast cone, vision plants, Scryer's bloom, wards, minions, gromp. I mean, there's a couple other weird things she can turn into.
Gromp.
Gromp. I love.
Draft is starting.
Starting it. We're seeing an immediate Amumu ban. Again
They're
last week.
scared of it.
Yeah, again last week. Sadness. Again, with the pentakill, Zeri Jinx being traded on bans. Jinx being very high priority this patch. Understandable. Once that champ gets online, there's nothing you can do to stop her. Diana ban coming out. Again, another dangerous pick on the side of Conduit. They definitely wanted to get that. Tristana. After the nerfs, definitely a weird ban. She's
Right.
really not that strong. Definitely a lot more that can counter now that she can't just jump in and out. But some people aren't comfortable playing against it, and some people are just very good at the champ.
The Rakan
And
ban.
finally in the R3, the Rakan ban. Definitely a great champ for going in, getting a huge set of CC off, and going right back out. Definitely a good ban on the side of ANGY, especially if Conduit can play it um, as well as they could in the past. I'm gonna see first pick what we get from Conduit.
Conduit's first pick. This is going to decide it all. This is going to decide what kind of comp they're picking. Okay, they pick Ari, the
Ari,
safest
right
option.
away. Definitely a safe mid lane option. Definitely hard to gank, get past, but also very big playmaker. Definitely can make or break a game. A stray R charm into a huge set of CCs could definitely win a game for you.
If they're
And
playing
when they're
Ari, I'm expecting that $500 skin. All right. They
exactly,
got
and
to be
again,
playing it.
2 weeks in a row, we get a misfortune in the first game.
Mm.
Misfortune pretty strong in this patch. It depends on how you play her, how you space. Definitely a good pick if you can get that wombo combo team comp like you said you wanted.
Right. She's got that Anima Squad buff too. Skin's
Ex-
just resurfaced, so she's
There's the
probably better in the
Nico
meta.
control word
Oh,
Nico play.
they're listening.
You street snipe them.
I know.
But you see the
I'll
Nico
just
come out, huge champ when it comes to very oppressive lane. Very oppressive in team fights. Definitely got to keep an eye on your map. Got to count your minions. Got to count your tab, your scoreboard key, and you definitely got to watch out for that Nico. A Twitch. Now, this is a champ you ever see in anything. That's new.
that's the Rat Earl, baby. Rat
Yeah.
IRL influenced onto Conduit's prime pick. Twitch, I don't know. I really don't know how it is right now. I think Twitch is not
I
great right now, but
Twitch's probably one of the weaker champs on the patch, but again, he's one of those ADCs. If piloted unbelievably well, he's untouchable and he just shreds through an entire team. Doesn't never really matter what patch he was on. He's always been good in the right hands. It's weird. Very solo queue based champ, and with the Braum pick to pair up with the Twitch, it's gonna be hard to get on the Twitch and stay on him.
And
Kennen pick
ANGY
coming out
picking
for
up the
ANGY.
Kennen.
Yeah, definitely looking for a lot of flank angles here with the Nico Kennen. Definitely got to keep an eye out for TPs. And definitely a very, very good comp for Misfortune to just click R and win the game.
I think they really
See,
were listening. I'm gonna have to
yeah,
charge
no.
500 to their team credit card.
I mean, you guys see the Malphite, and then all of a sudden, poof, Malphite support.
If I see the Malphite, I know they're listening.
We got a Camille's and Zalban on the side of Angie. Definitely two very oppressive top jungle mix.
Mhm.
And the Morgana Poppy, definitely taking away that safety from Misfortune, especially with the Ari that could just find a sneaky charm. And the Poppy being taken away, especially we got two Dash champions. Poppy's never Poppy's scary when you have dashes. I should know him. You only one trick. So
Abe's scary in general. Let's be honest.
Poppy's very scary. Seraphine comes out with the Misfortune. Great pick. Just click R. The double R combo is unparalleled because nothing you can do about it if you get hit. Just sidestep.
Plus
Seen
the
Ornn come
synergy
out.
between their E's.
Yep, definitely. The slow into a stun into a set of burst damage that you cannot stop. We've seen Ornn Jarvan. Ornn definitely huge for going in. Definitely great tank option, especially, I mean, any patch, he's always been one of the top tier jungle pick or top tier top picks. Ornn jungle,
Mhm.
imagine.
I'm
Um,
waiting for the orange jungle days.
the Unga Bunga jungle.
The ram out of the woods.
We see a J4 jungle from Conduit as well. Definitely a great, again, you want to see a J4 game? We got a J4 game. And a Viego out of
Exactly.
Angie, another very volatile jungle. Very skirmish heavy set of teams. Both bot lanes looking to get ahead early. Ari Nico can lead to a couple flash plays, a couple mechanically gifted things, and definitely a very volatile set of teams. Conduit with the ability to go in and out pretty easily, and Angie with the ability to just stun and one shot everything.
I think Conduit here, they have a harder comp to play, I would say, right now, because their comp relies on Twitch and Ari staying alive. Because if they're not alive, they won't have damage on their team. And Angie over here, they have Nico, they have Kennen, they have Viego, three champions that are very good at getting into that back line and killing the carry before anyone can even protect them. So Conduit's placement and their micro before the team fights even start is going to be the biggest thing we need to watch out for on their side.
Yeah, exactly. Conduit is definitely looking here to find solo picks. They definitely don't want to really find themselves in a team fight. Ari being, or Twitch being their only set of consistent damage coming out from this comp, whereas Seraphine can probably just soak the spell cycle from Ari. And then after that, Twitch is the only set of damage until that spell cycle comes back up.
Right.
Definitely able to create space with her shield and her speed up, her stuns, her AoE. Seraphine being a huge pick into the set of content Conduit's looking for, while Angie approaches this side where it's just hard into just suppressing CC into a lot of damage on top of that. Definitely, Angie definitely looking to team fight, team fight, team fight. Looking to find themselves first on objectives. Maybe some bush cheeses, some TPs in the back line. Can definitely look for a very good set of plays and probably a very, very one-shottable team comp.
Yeah, and I'm scared for Conduit because Jarvan goes in, and if Jarvan gets blown up, Viego turns into Jarvan. That's another that's another way they get in onto the Twitch and Ari.
Yeah, exactly. Again, Conduit definitely have a much harder comp to play, but if played well, can definitely take over the game pretty quickly. It all depends on how their early game goes. Angie, a lot more stable of a comp, can fall behind slightly and still be in a winning position. Honestly, I'd have to say I think I like Angie's comp better, definitely for this game, just because how simplistic and easy it is to play. What are you thinking?
Sorry, my mic was muted. um, I'm thinking it's a very. I think Angie has the advantage here. Once we get the the predict up, which is up right now. If I'm a betting man, if I'm a smart betting man who knows my odds, I'm throwing all my money on ANGY here. This is just a lot easier of a comp to play than Conduit Prime, and in a league like this where those easier comps tend to shine a bit more, I think it's in their favor.
Definitely. It's very risk and reward from Conduit, and again, like you said, simplicity is the way to go. Definitely in team comp situations, and I'll sort of say it in high competitive setting. Just the easier to take over a game, the easier it
Right.
is to steamroll it and slowly bleed your the other team away.
I will say, I think Conduit has a better bot lane right now. Not that Misfortune Seraphine is bad by any means, they are really good, but Twitch Braum is a bot lane that can get on top of Misfortune and Seraphine very easily. With Twitch just sneaking up behind, Braum jumping on, they get that stun very fast. It's something that I think if Conduit realizes sooner, they can take advantage of that and get early Dragon Prio, and that will help them tremendously through to the late game.
Definitely. But here we are approaching our break. Excited to see the rest how this game plays, and we'll see you when the game starts. Thank you for joining us.
You can fly, but you'll never get closer to the sun. You may rise at the price of everyone else falling down, but I'm not going down with you. So you may rise, but you'll never make me wanna stick around you. Won't let you fire me, won't let you drag me down. I won't even let the power that you own burn down the city, let it into the storm.
Tell me what's the point if I lose myself? Spend a couple days with nobody else, holding in my breath just to see if I can find you in my dreams. Oh, I'm getting tired of losing faith in everything I see. The beauty in the stars above have lost their whole
Welcome back, and here we're kicking off week 2 of Sentinel's summer split. Looking for a standard 5-point. Ari harassing the Viego to start off, getting the W off with a couple autos, getting the electrocute proc off, and small chunk being taken out from Viego. Place another ward, taking another auto.
That mustard Ari.
Yeah. Getting the
I
ward down to stop any type of early invades for the Raptors. Good ward from Viego. Definitely looking to see where he starts. And Ari still ends up getting the blue ward on the Raptors. So all in all, nothing gained, nothing lost.
I gotta say the skin game right now is pretty good on mostly everyone besides Misfortune, Seraphine, and Braum. Y'all are naked, dog.
Hey,
No
sometimes you
skins.
just Faker plays with no skins. So
You know what? If Faker plays with no skin, I play with no skin.
exactly. That's how you gain rank right here. The no skin bot lane is scary, and as they sneak into this bush, we'll see if this cheese gets to work. Twitch Braum walking up, a little bit suspect. Braum walking up, the auto going out, the double Q. Braum getting chunked to a third of his health. One trade from the bot lane pretty easily. Bush cheese always works. I mean,
The
nothing you
bush
really do about it.
cheese is frightening.
Yeah, definitely got to look at it, especially with junglers not needing leashes anymore. Definitely leads to very early things when it comes to the bot lane.
Braum
Braum at
trying
half
to
point.
close the gap though.
Yeah, definitely try and it's a melee match him into a double range. It's going to be hard for him to keep the health up, especially without the healing. Again, taking a lot of poke from the Seraphine, getting down to a quarter health, 200 health left on the Braum. Definitely in lethal range for this bot lane. Level 2 just taking over. Autos going out, Summoner connecting.
It's a very dangerous situation for Braum to be in right now.
Exactly. Even at level 1, level 2, can definitely lead to a very, very dangerous early game dive or kill. Now, Braum's got his shields. He can definitely look for a little bit more aggressive trades. See an aggressive trade from the mid lane. Connects with the Ari, chunking her down to half. Nico getting chunked down by a couple of abilities as well. Looking like a little even lanes at this moment.
Both junglers clearing their bot side jungle right now. Jarvan probably looking for a gank on the bot lane right after he takes that red buff, but they've got a ward out, so the counter gank could be here, level 3 or 4.
Definitely with this bot lane taking a lot of poke. Jarvan's definitely just going around the pit.
Okay.
Definitely wrapping around, looking to find himself in the blue side of jungle, wrapping around the bot lane. Sneaking around. They don't really know. They're spotting out the Jarvan right now. Flash from the misfortune. And just like that, flash out from misfortune. Not really too big deal when it comes to this bot lane. Not as volatile as most bot lanes would be, especially when an ADC uses flash. Not a lot of early kill pressure from the Twitch Braum, but still flash out from misfortune.
Very good rotate on that Jarvan's part. I don't know if they saw the ward go in there, if they just figured it was going to be there, but that was very smart on his part going through the red side tri-bush.
Yep. See Viego walking through mid to find his way to the Scuttle Crab, looking for a double crab and an early CS lead. Jarvan taking his back. Probably looking for a mid top gank if Ornn stays.
Yeah, Ornn is struggling right now. He's missing a lot of health.
Yeah, it's definitely the hard part about this early range matchup when it comes to Ornn. But after he gets his first half an item, he starts definitely taking a lot of poke damage, looking in a very dangerous spot to be lethal. He misses the charge. The dive comes out from the cannon, and simple as that, the dash into one or two auto attacks was enough to take out the Ornn. Ornn making a huge misplay, missing the tower and knocking him up. First blood to cannon.
Yeah, that's scary. Kennen knew as soon as he hit that last Q that he could potentially go for a dive there, and Ornn, he panicked.
Yeah, with no summoners used on the side from Kennen, not needing a TP to get back in the lane. He's in a very good spot to look to cover a dive if ever so happens against the bot lane or the mid lane. Kennen right now, 2 sets of sums, definitely looking good. As expected, this mid lane being a farm fest, 2 AP champs, both looking to get their items, even CS.
Yeah, Nico Ari is not a very aggressive matchup. They just farming back and farming back.
Farming back until they hit 6. Wave stays crashed right in the middle of the lane.
Mm-hmm.
Seen bot lane stack a wave up, looking to probably crash it. Maybe blue can look get their freeze off. Ornn taking a lot of poke. Large wave that Kennen can find himself taking a lot of damage, and Ornn managing to get that crash done.
Bot lane looking for a shove so that they can get the dragon. J4 going for the gank.
J4 game for the gank, hits a knock up on the Seraphine. Seraphine shields comes out. Auto's coming out for Misfortune, ticking down a quarter. Barrier comes out. Exhaust comes out. Down. Twitch gets the kill. Can be very dangerous, especially if Twitch can continue levying this lead that he has. Just narrowly misses the stun, taking a lot of poke damage from the Seraphine. But all around, again, great gank from the J4. Somehow making it through vision, red side vision. Huge wave crashing for this Twitch.
J4 is just the slipperiest jungler.
Yeah, you gotta have that blindfold on.
Exactly. Grubs are up. I wonder if the red side is just gonna drop drag for them.
Yep,
with that
you see 2
misfortune.
objectives up. Jarvan covering the possibility of a dive. Auto's going out, trading between junglers. Jarvan taking down a half health. Viego looking to levy his objective now that he has the health to do so. Red side rotating up to that drag, pinging it. Looks like they're going to get started onto Mountain Drag as J4 needs to clear it back.
Yep, J4 going for his Krugs. I think they're just looking to give the dragon here, probably set up for grubs.
Definitely. Could possibly see a support roam from Braum up to the grub fight. Maybe a Seraphine one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens.
Ornn's still taking the harass. He's got a CS lead, though.
He does have a CS lead. He's CSing very well under his tower. Definitely having to concede a lot. But again, holding a small CS lead. Not too far behind. It's Ornn. He never really is too far behind.
Ornn just loves getting as much gold as possible. Greedy little man.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, blue team going up to the top lane.
We're seeing another J4 Ari. Ari popping her ult. Charm coming out. Connecting behind the minion. Kennen going off. Trying to auto find his way out. Try to tick. And it's just as simple as a hammer and a slam. And he just, again, another ornament for Ornn's collection. Nothing you really do there other than try to fight back. And great rotation from the mid and jungle. Jarvan ruling this map.
If I'm Kennen, I'm yelling at Riot right now, okay? He was almost completely behind that minion.
Ari managing to curve that charm past. Auto's coming out, looking to proc his passive, misses the Q. Trading coming out, the ult landing onto the Seraphine. Seraphine flash into Misfortune R. Braum shield blocking most of it. Seraphine R connecting with 2. Cleanse coming out from the Twitch. Q comes out connecting onto both. Red side not finding a lethal, but a lot of damage. Probably going to be pushing Twitch out of lane. Definitely looking for these small victories since the top side play didn't go as well as they really wanted it to.
Yeah. That was scary. Braum blocked the Seraphine ult, but Twitch still scared. He popped the cleanse.
Yeah.
It's a good setup for the red side right now. Misfortune still has barrier and flash. They could go for a tower dive here.
Taking turret shots like they are makes it a little bit difficult. I think they're just going to levy the tower plates. But again, a Misfortune continuing her CS lead, growing and growing as the lane goes on. Staying very healthy, especially because of the Seraphine's W. And a lot of poke damage coming out from these two with the Ws from the Misfortune, the EQs from Seraphine. It's not a lot you can do in a Twitch Braum lane. Braum slowly ticking down into a very lethal set of damage.
They want this dive.
They do.
I can see it in their movement. They're so hungry for this dive.
Diego slowly making his way down, popping Scryer's Bloom. Nico making his way down too. Definitely looking for a dive in the bot lane.
J4 topside, maybe he can do something up there while they're down here.
Both spotted on Vision. Twitch, Braum making their way out. Taking their back. Free plates for Misfortune and Seraphine. Slowly building their lead faster and faster.
This is a great spot for the red team to be in right now, for ANGY to be in right now. They have so much gold advantage right now. Misfortune already having a Dirk right now. Honestly, I'm seeing the next time they get into like a good skirmish, the red team's gonna pick up another kill on that Twitch.
Especially Kennen on his last back picking up fairy dust. I mean, that item. Riot. Just saying. Not balanced. 900 gold can take out all of my health in an instant. Just saying.
Fairy dust is insane, and it builds into what? Two items?
2 burn items,
Leandry.
Leandry's and Blackfire.
It's ridiculous. Heaven forbid you're a champion that builds both of them.
Heaven forbid your name is Brand. I mean,
Or
at that point,
Aurora.
or Aurora. Or any AP champ in the game.
Yeah, honestly, Nico can go Blackfire Torch Leandry's.
Nico, I mean, we're seeing Congregation, a stun coming out against the Ari. Ari losing half her health. Nico finding herself charmed. Aldo's coming out. Ult pop by Ari to get away. Going back in. Definitely just
Nico
little
saving
bit of
her ult.
Exactly. Definitely looking for the big time team plays. Viego making his way down bot side. Going to be spotted on that bot brush, clearing it out. Twitch staying up, taking a lot of poke from the Q. Misfortune Q's definitely doing a lot of damage, especially on that back, picking up a BF sword. She's in a very good spot right now.
That's halfway to collector.
Yeah.
Viego looking for another gank.
Twitch being
They
spotted
see this
off on the
J4.
board. Braum eating the Q damage.
Ari
Seraphine
TP.
getting up and getting killed by the Twitch. Just like that, Seraphine stepping up too far and just gets one shot.
Ari burning her TP. The blue side's going to have a good setup for this dragon.
Nico hiding in a bush, no vision. Stun going out, connecting to the Ari. Ari losing a quarter of her health. Nico walking away unscathed. Reds might still look for a play in this. They know Ari has no ult.
If Misfortune clears this dragon pit with her ult, this
J4
could
going
be a
in,
very good.
going out. Misfortune going out. Huge Nico ult connecting with 2. Health bars ticking away. Tick, tick, tick. Nico, one shot coming in, trying to connect. Braum ticking down to 1 health, gets charmed. An auto or 2 comes out. The W not being able to charge through. Nico lives, gets the kill on the Ari. And it is a disaster on the blue side. What a good position has turned into a slight one. And then we're seeing fights on the top lane. Ult pop by Kennen.
They don't want to take the dragon right now. They're waiting for another time.
Waiting for another time. Maybe we'll see a rotation for Grubs. Ornn getting stunned up.
He got the cannon, though.
Got the cannon. That's worth. But Nico surviving on 1 health, killing the Ari slightly before her W truly gets procced and put out.
That was rough.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
He's definitely looked up very well for blue side right off the bat. A lot of burst damage coming from the Ari Jarvan, but after that, there was nothing really much to do other than that. It's the one problem with their team comp when it comes to using all their spell cycles. You can't really do much about it. Braum looking to clear vision, taking a control ward.
This dragon, they're still trying to set up for it.
Grubs taking away. Not a lot of action on the top side. Not 2 teams not putting a lot of prio and grubs, unlike most.
Right. It is very weird because blue side, they would benefit a lot more from having these grubs than Conduit would, or than ANGY would. But I guess that they want the dragons just a bit more. It seems like, seems ANGY has already taken that dragon.
ANGY bursting down the second drag in an instant. Blue side looking to answer with an invade on the top red side, and Viego answering with his own. A lot of vision on this top side. Maybe looking for a Herald play. Especially now since they know that Viego is bot side. I haven't seen him on a ward. Some trades coming out from the Twitch. The ability to just go in and out so easily on this champ is ridiculous. The good thing about Viego coming in from behind, Shroud being spotted out, Braum going out, and Braum being that frontline protector. It's hard to get through a Braum.
Well done on Braum's part. I mean, blocking most of the CC, and then okay,
Top flash, ult coming out, stun coming on the Jarvan, and very clean from the top side of blue. No deaths.
ANGY.
Flash
Yeah,
ult out from Kennen, and there's nothing you really can do about that. You got an Ari or Jarvan. It's just it's judged over at that point.
they're looking for ANGY is looking for a return dive on this bot lane.
MF
They
ult coming
might
out.
get it.
Ult popped by the Twitch, getting free autos onto the Viego. Turret falls first. As Ornn just squeaking out first turret. But Red answering with 2 of their own.
Conduit is playing very well right now. They are at a detriment with those 2 dragons being down. However, I think. Oh, I thought Nico was about to get caught out. I think that Conduit's in a great place right now. I mean, what? That's Infernal Dragon. That's 4 Infernal Dragons on their team. That could be huge.
Yeah, even game state, especially with this Twitch slowly getting stronger and stronger, can shoot on this back at Bork. And yeah, as he completes Bork, definitely a hard champ to contest with. Miss Fortune with a 30 CS lead, though, almost at her second item. Again, another champ that can just tear through a team simple enough as long as they're stunned up. And with a team like with Kennen, Nico, Seraphine, this Miss Fortune might be able to just run wild. Definitely comes down to how these team fights are played and how the CS is levied between the players.
It seems like bot lane is already in the mid lane. They're looking for just trying to get as much pressure out as possible for the next objectives.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there a lot of vision set towards the top side. The moment, just a lot of pushing into a lot of ping ponging. Braum getting stunned up by the Viego, not taking much damage. Twitch invisible. Viego
Not being spotted.
Ari hitting the charm onto Viego. Vio taking down half health, a quarter health, channeling away 1 health. Auto goes through.
Oh, Auto doesn't go off. The turn.
The huge Seraphino connecting with 4, and it is just a disaster on the side of Conduit. An instant turn.
Bait.
Huge Seraphino winning that fight for ANGY. Viego, calculated bait, living on 1 health, and Conduit doesn't get anything from that. It's like ANGY's going to claim this tier 2 tower.
That's a little rough on Conduit's side. I mean, Viego being the best bait he possibly can into the entire Conduit side of the team being CC'd and killed.
Yeah, that's like we said. I mean, one set of CC connects, it all connects. There's nothing you can do about it. Again, like we pointed out in the pregame discussion, look at the vision control from the side of ANGY. That river lit up. That entries to the top side are for blue side's top and red side jungle lit up. ANGY having full map control. There's only that one lone blue ward sitting in that mid brush river that probably will tick away pretty soon.
Yeah, he is that lone survivor blue ward. Viego a little far up for where the rest of his team is right now.
Viego can see everybody, so he knows he can back up whenever he wants. You see Braum coming out. Viego connecting another stun to Braum. Nothing coming of it. Can't solo kill Braum.
Blue side in this bush right now. They are. I don't think Kennen knows.
Kennen walking up. Jarvan connecting. Kennen ult charmed up. Stunned by Braum. Exhaust. And it is just a constant set of CC coming out from the side of Conduit and looking for the pick that they need. Nico teleport coming in. Twitch caught out alone, ticking away. And just like that, he falls to Seraphine. Double Nico ult stun connects into a ult on Braum. Flash from Ornn. And ANGY just levying this team fights just so much better at this point in the game. The CCs are connecting, the Nico ults connecting to multiple people, getting flashes. The Viego catching out the Twitch alone, and just like we said, when a guy, I mean, I'm at a loss for words at this point. This constant team fights just seem to be getting thrown on the side of ANGY, and Conduit can't seem to do anything other than just bleed out of this game.
Conduit is they're doing good at setting up these team fights. They're just not closing these team fights out at all right now, allowing ANGY to get the reverse on them and just wipe the entire team. Like Misfortune right now, or Ari right now.
Already having an ult away. Getting chunked out. I mean, getting hit by what? 3 abilities?
2 autos and a Seraphine Q will do that to you.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, Misfortune, 2.5 items, looking to complete that. I can't
Dirk.
remember what the item's called.
Not Dirk. Doms.
Yeah, Lord Dominic's.
Kennen just enticing them. They are in love with diving onto this Kennen. And Kennen, even when he walked into that blind bush, that reaction on his R was great.
Oh, yeah, definitely looking to try to turn it and maybe stall enough time to maybe get the play going, but definitely chunking out a couple of them to make that play possible on the side of ANGY.
Looks like spawning Herald.
Harold being on the top side with all 5 members.
Oh.
Orn.
Orn's taking the Herald away.
Oh, looking for the knockups. Knockup on the Viego.
Oh.
Viego at half health. Orn getting stunned up in the crowd of ANGY on 5, and it's just a slaughter. Conduit can't find a way to get back into this game and are just getting caught out. TP coming in from ANGY to save that objective tower on the bot. Charm connecting with the Kennen. Kennen with his speed up. With the ult coming out, the stun lands on the Ari. Ari taking down, and she is just blown up, and it is a disaster on the top and bot side from Conduit.
Orn just getting a little too eager with that car or the Herald.
Yeah, just looking to drift that all around.
Well, I saw the vision. I saw him going into them, and I was like, oh my gosh, the best team fight ever. His team was not there for the team fight.
Yeah, he had a vision, and he was the only one. Know what they say when you're the one when you do it alone, it's inting. But when you die with a teammate, it's just a play.
That's just a play. Taking the Baron now. They're shredding it. It is the grabby Baron. Can't keep his hands to himself.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like Baron's new design?
I do. I think it's great.
I love it. I think he looks menacing. I like it when he grabs hold.
Orno coming down. Misfortune getting caught out alone, flashing out. One barrier getting popped. Seraphine, she just won't fall. Orn getting to shut down Braum, blocking most of the damage. Viego, Braum, Twitch. Viego, I'm at a loss for words. My brain can't keep up. The Ariel comes out, killing the Viego. And blue side looking to levy the Baron for themselves. Conduit, or not Conduit, sorry. ANGY overstaying their welcome in the top side of the river. And Kennen almost getting caught out.
Yeah, they lost 2 of their Baron buffs, but 3 is still enough.
Well, they didn't finish the Baron.
They didn't finish the Baron? I could have sworn I saw him die. Never mind, just 2 free kills.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna brute force this tower. Orn taken down. I mean, interesting play from Conduit. Everybody looking low. Seraphine definitely looking to find an angle. Can't really find it. And Conduit with a interesting attempt at taking that the mid turret.
Yeah, they're looking for all the first tiers. I don't know. I guess that tower is just a bit too tanky.
Yeah.
Teaming up on the Scuttle, that is just not nice.
Hey. Scuttle wants to be on the party too.
Scuttle has turned into an objective.
It's like the players that aren't the only ones getting caught out alone.
Yeah. Horse Scuttle. I'm waiting for Scuttle to become a champion. That's what we need. True. I want a game mode where you can play as all the jungle objectives.
Onto it. Looking to find a bush cheese. Braum getting stunned up. Braum shield going out. Charm landing on the Kennen. Kennen half health.
Kennen taking so much damage.
Not going to matter with this Seraphine. Completing her Ardent Sensor. Shirelia's hopefully looking to find a Moonstone soon enough. Infernal Dragon coming up. Soul Point for ANGY. Conduit have to look for a fight. Have to look for an angle.
Kennen had to back. He's running back as fast as he can. He did get a Blighting Jewel, getting that, 12%? 13% Magic Pen.
One of those numbers.
One of those numbers. It's a weird one.
Conduit starting up with the Drake. ANGY slowly making their way in.
And then just
Sentinel
running
going
in.
out. Jarvan ticking down. Nico coming down, connecting with the Braum. Braum falls in an instant. Kennen slowly going down. Ornn at full health.
Dragon
Already
is
falling.
1 health.
Viego put it up so far, getting Seraphine cleaning the Dragon. Twitch looking to clean up the rest of the fight. Otto's going out, taking down from the poison. And Conduit, despite losing the Dragon, claims a complete ace. 2 for 5 and a soul going on the side of ANGY.
This was
Conduit.
an even fight. Scary fight, though. That Dragon was sitting on 100 health for about 5 seconds.
Yeah,
That could have been very good for Conduit.
Yeah, junglers found themselves brawling in the bot lane while the two teams were still fighting on the Drake. Definitely a misplay from the side of ANGY's jungler, but still claiming the soul. And as we see, this gold lead has dwindled down to 300 gold. And Conduit finds himself back in this game after a dangerous 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Winning
Conduit
2
slowly crawling back. They still are 1k gold. Not even. They're not even a full 1,000 gold down. They're just down soul, which is pretty big.
Yeah, that alone is probably around 1,500.
Right.
But let's see how they can levy this change. Again, huge damage boost coming from a lot of AoE on the side of ANGY. So that Infernal Soul could mean the game. A bit of indigestion there for some reason.
I totally get it, man. He's got GERDs.
Oh, Jarvan EQing over a wall, putting away Kennen chasing, and Jarvan getting caught out in his own jungle. And ANGY are turning for the Baron. Looks like Conduit's going to make a push for this mid turret.
Baron is up. This is a free Baron for them. Conduit's pushing the mid lane.
Conduit looking to grab this mid lane turret. Nico down on the bot lane, grabbing a 2-2 to answer that tier 2. Looking to try to crack open an in him to get a play. ANGY finding themselves behind Conduit. This could be dangerous on the side of blue. Ornn and Bramall going in, connecting with 2. Stalling. Sentinel connecting to 4. Twitch just blown up. Ahri, quarter health. And there's nothing that Conduit can do. Trying to look for a sneaky play. Nico still pushing in the bot lane. Ornn and Braum, the only ones making it out alive. And Jarvan looking to answer the Nico. Stunning up the Jarvan. Nico coming out.
There's a lot of damage coming out of Nico.
Going in closer. Auto's attaching. Shield comes up. Nico with the flash forward. Auto comes out. Another auto. And gets the kill on the J4. This could just be the end. Ornn's still up. Full health. Could look to take out this Nico. He finds himself getting caught out. All 4 members of ANGY that are up right now. Viego looking to take that mid tower. And Ornn's slowly dwindling away.
Viego
and as
bringing
the Baron power wave. And these towers are getting melted. Twitch looking to maybe find a way. Reveals himself. Nexus falling down 3/4, half. And it looks like Conduit are going to
playing it slow, playing it safe.
Looking to regroup, maybe see if they can levy their healing. Mana low on Nico, low on Misfortune, and half on Seraphine. They seem like they don't believe they can. But again, base broken, 2 in him's up. No Nexus towers. And at this point, the game seems like it's nearing its final close.
Yeah, this is very dangerous for Conduit side. I honestly believe that ANGY could have ended there. They could have just forced the fight and have 2 or 1 of them targeting the Nexus. It would have died. But they wanted to play it safe. They don't want to give Conduit any chance to win this game. Ahri's trying to get some CC out. I mean, it just takes 1 pick right now to end the game. And they're all going to be grouping topside for that top tower.
See that ward set in the in blue side base? Definitely be a dangerous ward if they don't find that quickly. Side of ANGY might not need a pick to end the game. Last week we saw a backdoor that ended the game. Gwen taking 4 towers before taking the Nexus. Definitely look to see the same but ANGY pushing his 5, looking to take to 3 in him. Conduit crush all their hopes in game 1 to move on to game 2. This seems like a statement, Ego.
It really does. This is a statement from ANGY to
Ornak
Conduit
comes out,
that
connecting with the Seraphine. Seraphine getting
oh
charmed, stunned up. Sentinel connecting with 4, and it is
Jesus.
a massacre. Twitch getting dove on, and there is nothing on the side of Conduit that can answer the CC
Oh.
bout that we saw. Misfortune claiming the ace, and the Nexus falls just like that. 30 minutes, 40 kills, and ANGY finding themselves winning game 1.
Me. That Orn auto hurt.
Yeah, just a simple just clap. There's nothing you can really do about it. But again, like we said, on draft, there's nothing you can do in the face of all that CC. I mean, Riot.
Right, nerf Orn right now. Or you
Yeah,
know what?
Orn.
Buff AD Orn.
Without Orn. But
Make Orn a crit user again.
But all right, let's go over our MVP of that game. Who do you think?
MVP of that game, on the ANGY side, I'm gonna have to go with Kennen. Kennen just knowing every time to press his R, when to press his R, where to press his R. It made the game so easy for ANGY.
Oh yeah, that huge stuns coming out from the Kennen. Even when he found himself getting caught out, able to chunk out a couple to make a play possible for the 4v5. I'd have to agree with you. Kennen definitely the big team plays on the side of ANGY, allowing Misfortune to get the damage that she needs out, allowing Nico to find her way to chain that CC in. And I mean, what a great laning phase from him, finding a tower dive for um, minute
What was that,
4
First
or
Blood?
5 for first blood. Easy
Mhm.
solo bolo on an Ornn of all things, and after that, ruling the lane pretty hard.
Who's the S MVP? The best player on Conduit side.
Best player on Conduit? Probably have to just give it to J4. J4,
J4.
definitely finding ways to attempt to give his lanes winning styles, getting those early kills for Twitch and the Braum in the bot lane, commanding the map, bringing the Orange slightly back in the game to keep his CS lead against the Kennen in the early games. Definitely trying to find his time, levying the vision that he had despite being in the dark for most of the game. Definitely played well despite the circumstances. And don't let that 6,700k damage fool you. It's a hard game to play for a jungler.
Right. I'm gonna have to agree with the J4, but I'm gonna have to say Braum. I mean, I think Twitch and Braum they need to talk more. I see Braum getting these good setups for some picks, and Twitch is just a little too scared of the situation. But those situations that Braum tried to set up could have been the turning point for Conduit this game.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit. I mean, vision as well. It's hard to continue running into a dark jungle over and over again
Yep.
when you can't see anything. Constantly getting caught out, constantly getting chain CC'd, and it's hard. Definitely on the side of Conduit. What do you think needs to change for Conduit to come back for game 2? Hopefully, clear their mental and maybe take game 2 to force us to a game 3.
It really depends. I mean, it's I think it was a comp diff on in draft. Not that they couldn't have won with that comp. I think maybe playing more of a defensive Enchantress support, and playing an ADC that's just a little better right now for the meta. As we said before, Twitch is a champion that it's very much is the player good at Twitch, rather is Twitch good situation. So maybe pulling out, I don't know, any easy supports. Aphelios. Aphelios, the easiest ADC.
Yeah, Aphelios of all champions.
Yeah, I think if we throw him on Aphelios and Melio, I think the game's good. And they just run back the same comp.
Yeah, a little bit more team play. Definitely looking for, yeah, like you said, a more an ADC, not necessarily that's better, but an ADC that can take advantage of the opportunities given, especially in the early game with those early game ganks, not really finding that lethal damage. Maybe hopefully finding a better early to mid game ADC. Maybe that Kaisa Jinx could make their way into draft, and we might see a little bit of draft changes on the side of Conduit. Something's got to crack.
Like I said before, I do offer $500 coaching. Clearly, ANGY took it. I mean, you guys saw they chose the Wombo Combo team, something that can really just jump on top of them. It's something that's very, in my opinion, very easy to play, but also very fun to play.
But yeah, and I mean, definitely looking for some changes on the side of Conduit. Yeah, I need to. Oh,
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very yeah, I'm very excited to see what the next draft is going to be. Depending on what the next draft looks like, it really depends on how the game's going to go. I think that the draft here is it will tell us how game 2 will play out.
I find myself locked in for the sport role for either Conduit or looking to find myself into the spectator area. But yeah,
Oh,
like you said, hopefully looking to find a different change in draft on
seems
the
like
side of Conduit.
they stole our caster for their support.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
You got to pay the bill.
It's two-man army over here.
hmm I think I'll play on the other team. I'll be their mid laner. Play the golden Mari.
Yeah, casting mid game,
Well, cast from the front lines.
casting from the front lines. War journalist.
What's that movie? Civil War. It's about the press during the Civil
There's
War.
quite a
Uh,
lot of movies.
no, the new one. The is it A24 film?
I can't remember. I'm not a movie guy.
No, it just came out. It's about the press during American Civil War. It's great.
Definitely gonna have to take a look. Um,
They starting up draft soon. Lul
yeah, looks like
draft or was it pro draft or Lul draft is still broken?
draft
Lul
rules
draft.
still broken.
Mm, everything's broken. That I think as a society we just need to ditch all of our OS systems and just make a new one. It just
Good one.
a United States OS.
United States OS.
In America, we promise not to spy on your computer, but it is called America OS. I trust them, honestly.
United Operating State. That's what our kernel is gonna be called.
hmm
Hey, Pentagon, hit me up.
Yeah, we got great ideas, honestly. I think every state should have their own operating system, and you're not allowed to use Ohio OS outside of Ohio. It's illegal.
Every
You have to buy a new computer every time you move. That's the capitalist dream right there.
that is the dream. It looks like teams are getting ready for our draft and hopefully starting soon. As Stream catches us rambling about a ultimate United States operating system. Hopefully
Yeah,
we find
we're coming up with the great ideas here, guys.
make
Okay,
operating
now you
systems
did it. Now I'm
great.
angry. You can't even believe how angry I am right now. My angry can't be contained. All right. Good job, Horn God. I believe in you. Oh,
Grr.
my fault.
You gotta like stand up and flex the whole time.
Oh, here's
Man, draft starting itself. Diana first ban on the side of Angie again.
you sure draft wants to start? I got another one. Ted Doria. Okay, now you did it. Now I'm angry. You can't even believe how angry I am right now. Braum bans. They're scared of the Braum.
Diana Braum on the side of Angie looking to take away any form of in and out that could come by in their con as well. Looking to stifle any type of engage and disengage that Conduit could run. Amumu Zeri getting banned on the side of Conduit. Angie again, pentakill last week on the Amumu of all champions. Don't know how, don't know why, but it happened. Zeri, another pick that can be in the right hands. Very slippery, very hard to play against. Jinx, another huge ban, especially probably one of the best ADCs on the patch, and nothing really you can do about
First pick Yasuo.
it. Yeah, you heard him here, folks. We need a first pick Yasuo from Angie. But I mean, on if you're Angie, you looking for the same style comp. I mean, your picks are still up. Misfortune's still there. Worked out well and laying a lot of poke. Um, what are you thinking if you're Angie?
If I'm angry, I'm picking Trendemir or Olaf.
Seraphine first pick. Definitely a lot of value on that pick. A lot of survivability, a lot of CC, a lot of crowd control. I said
This is a
CC and crowd
weirder first pick, I will say. The Seraphine first pick is something I would not expect. First pick is very valuable. I don't think Seraphine's that sought after by Conduit, by what teams they're playing.
Yeah, definitely a little bit better picks on the side of Angie, but I guess they're expecting Conduit wanting to take that Seraphine away, especially since they didn't ban it away. The Kog'Maw first pick coming out from Conduit.
What?
Surprise pick. Conduit coming out with some the Kog'Maw Milio, a lane that was very strong when Milio first came out, and the it was the first set of changes for Kog'Maw and his runes.
I gotta
But
read
with
the
Lethal
Melio
Tempo,
patch note real quick. I have no idea I know they changed something about this kid.
but Kog'Maw with the Lethal Tempo being removed, definitely one of those champs that um, suffered quite a lot. Seraphine and Zach being picked second for Angie, a very high priority pick for their jungler. Sadness definitely looking to make some loud noises with the this Misfortune Seraphine run back. I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
They made it so if you hit Melio Q, you get mana back.
Yes, you get mana back, and I think you get a movement speed. I think he got slightly reworked. I don't know I might be spreading misinformation willingly on the internet, but who knows?
That's what they said on the patch. That's what I was just reading.
Mm.
That's crazy. Melio's broken. Melio #1 support in the game right now. That's that's a little crazy.
Xin Zhao being picked on Conduit. Definitely the ability to go in, get a lot of damage, and then get everybody off of you and just walk away. But going into round 2 of bans, Camille getting banned away again. Nico Cannon, huge picks for Angie in the first game. Conduit definitely not looking to face that again. Angie might be looking to look for the same last 2 bans. Maybe look for that.
You think he's got cheese dip, Zach?
I hope he is cheese dip Zach. I didn't see Nacho Twitch.
What's his IGN? This is Angie.
No.
Mr. Jungler on Angie side, hit me up. I got $10 with your name on it if you pick the skip.
On stream bribery.
No, 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 no. This is insane.
But Malphite being final ban for Angie, again, trying to look to stop any type of high CC, and the Shen being picked up in the top lane for Conduit. How do you feel about the Shen? I have very mixed feelings about Shen.
I have very mixed feelings about what kind of comp they're playing right now. I'm having it seems like they're just playing Protect the President right now, and Kog'Maw is Mr. President. But I feel like there's better picks than Shen. Maybe
Especially
he's a Shen one trick. Maybe we just don't know ball.
the Aatrox pick coming out on the side of Angie. Again, after his recent buffs, he is monster. This champ's not balanced.
I did
But
not read the
definitely
patch notes at all. I'm not gonna lie.
This was the changes to his R being able to give him like 100% lifesteal.
Oh yeah,
And the RE pick coming out on the side of Angy, looking to take the pick away from Conduit.
a very
Rounding up
similar comp what they went last time, except they just swapped out what was it, Viego and Kennen,
Viego
because
and
Kennen got banned.
Angy looking to make and Nico. But
This mid
definitely look
laner, okay.
and the final Lux pick from Conduit. I actually don't mind the Lux. I think Lux is actually a really good champion right now. Not being played much in the meta, a lot of upfront damage, and trying to get lane priority on a Lux past level 6 is just almost impossible. This Lux can levy a lane and roam wherever she wants. Travel is practically a second jungler if you can push the lane fast enough.
Right. I'm looking at these comps. I have no idea how Conduit plays this comp. Not in like a negative way. I just I don't. I'm not seeing how they protect Kog'Maw from Zac, Seraphine, Aatrox. I mean Shenton and Lux Q. Xin Zhao, he's got to hit you 3 times before he can knock you up. I guess Melio has his Q, but I don't know. I'm thinking this is another Angie game.
Yeah, this is definitely again Angy's comp is again much easier to play, much easier to pilot. Early, mid to late game, they should find themselves with winning laners. Conduit opting for it looks like a lot of comfort, but also not very meshing well. Again, same thing with last game's comp. Definitely hard to find big plays unless it's catching out one person every now and then. And seeing how Angie plays, it's hard to really find a what's it called? What's
Connection between.
connection? Yeah, sorry.
No, I mean, I if I was a betting man, 42,000. Sorry. Ang uh Angie it's just a lot easier of a comp to play. I mean the Shen W is not really doing much for their team to protect. And that's the thing, right? The whole comp's idea is protecting Kog'Maw so that Kog'Maw can just shred the entire enemy team, but they don't have the correct peel for it.
And I mean,
If
predictions going the same way. I mean, 100% on the side of Angie, 0% on the side of Conduit. Um, Looks like Chad's thinking the same thing.
Yeah. I think chat's saying, okay, now you did it. Now I'm angry. You can't even believe how angry I am right now. My angry cannot be contained. Grr.
And Gur is right. Angie looking to try to claim game 2 of the series and end out the series early.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. But again, it's going to come down to how Vision's being played and Angie being able to fight as a team a lot better than Conduit can, comp wise. It's just kind of hard for Conduit to find an angle.
Yeah, I would love to see how Conduit plays this game. I think everything is going to be decided within the first 10 minutes, though. Um, so we'll have to see.
Definitely excited to see how this game again. Very talented players on the side of each. We're seeing a lot more volatile of a top lane, so hopefully we're going to see a little bit more even skirmishes on the side of both teams. Cannon harassing the Ornn, not very even. And we're also seeing another pretty boring mid lane matchup. A lot of shoving, a lot of CSing, a lot of AP things. And the Kog'Maw Milio and the Misfortune Seraphine definitely going to be looking for a lot of fighting. Kog'Maw wanting to scale, but Misfortune looking to skirmish when she can, especially since she's got that blanket of Seraphine to rely on with that shield and the healing, whereas Milio's just healing. Um, Other than that, I
Seems
mean, again,
like Seems like Eric Calvin. Conduit, take my energy. Conduit, take my energy. Conduit, take my energy. Hey, they're gonna need all the energy they can get in this game. If this comp is played correctly, I mean, it's gonna be a monster, right? Like, if you just keep Kog'Maw alive, the entire enemy team just dies. But I mean, we will have to see how they play.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just Majin Buu versus Vegeta. I don't know if there's much you can do other than blow up. ANGY again looking to hopefully close out this series. And I mean, at this point, we're just repeating ourselves. We're gonna have to let the gameplay play for itself, and hopefully see some changes on the vision side of Conduit. And ANGY doesn't seem like they need to make many changes of themselves. Probably just play the same way, not let ego take over, and should be smooth sailing from there. But we'll see you guys for game 2 in just a bit. Thank you for joining us, and we're excited to watch game 2. And welcome back to game 2. Ego, after a pretty convincing game 1, what are we expecting from Conduit?
I'm expecting Conduit to honestly play to their strengths, you know, contesting the objectives, turning the team fights into their favor. And honestly just doing everything they can to choke out that Kog'Maw.
Early pokes coming in. Looks like a similar start to the
I didn't
first
even
game.
notice. That's Prestige Aatrox. That's hot
Prestige
Aatrox.
Aatrox. Immortalized Ari. Got some big ballers in this game. First strike. That's a 1 lane for Misfortune.
Yep, that's 10 gold. He can go back. He can almost buy a BS sword off that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Seraphine's deep. Not placing a ward. Oh wait, no, she's not deep. She's the opposite of deep. She's in her own jungle. I got the games flipped in my head.
Yeah, well, with
They're-
teams switching sides, it's definitely a little bit weirder.
Yeah. Xin Zhao solo and Zach solo. I feel like Zach should solo Wolves. That's just a me thing though.
Early set of tradings coming out of the top lane, like we thought. But
Shen,
then-
I think Shen's pretty good right now. I mean, Shen does a lot of damage. Shen always does a surprising amount of damage every game he's in.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
you know that feeling as well as I do. 30-minute game, Shen dashes on you, and it seems like he's inting because you're 10-0. Then he one shots you. You look at your screen, and he's like 2-8, and you're like, what?
Yeah, Shen. I feel like Shen just does a consistent amount of damage, whether he's ahead or behind. Like
Yeah.
he's just always going to like
Shen
three-shot
dropping
you
down,
with a Q.
quarter health, getting the grass, the taunt coming out, early gank from the Xin Zhao. Maybe looking for a flash. W goes in, flash comes out, taking a turret shot, and that is no flash for the Aatrox. That is looking dangerous on the side of ANGY.
Aatrox giving up his flash. He was being a little too aggressive with the Shen, like we were talking about. That Shen just kind of beat him up, and Xin Zhao being top lane, very easy to answer if they need help. Zach looking for a gank mid lane.
Gank mid, Misfortune taking a heavy trade, has to back. Lux pushing up, gets charmed. Zach looking to invade on the blue side since he's got the priority. He doesn't have a bot lane, so this could be dangerous on his side. Going to be spotted out by the Milio. Lux walking up, going to get spotted out by the Lux. Looking to dive in, grabs the knockup. W goes out, Gladman's blobs. Milio kick lands. And
That's vision.
And
That's River. That is
That
River
is-
perspective at its finest.
that is a, yeah.
I think it took me 3 or 4 years to realize that the River perspective exists.
3 years of constant complaining about
How'd
why
that
didn't
skill
you
shot hit
play
me?
it?
How'd that thresh hook hit me? The line isn't even on me.
That's just normal lanes. Xin
Right.
Zhao looking for a repeat gank. Taunt goes off, and Xin Zhao looking to claim a little bit of minions. Didn't get it, and the first blood goes to Shen. Exact opposite from last game. Final captain finding first blood.
Wow. Conduit giving up early, or not Conduit, ANGY giving up early gold. It's very dangerous to do that. As long as they're not going on the Kog'Maw, I guess it's not terrible.
Again, Conduit's win condition this game is definitely to find that early gold advantage and definitely try to snowball their way through this game. Shut down this Aatrox, shut down this Misfortune. Taunt coming back out. Lux looking for the gank. The stun just missing. E goes out for the slow. It lands. Looking for the auto to get the proc. Bone plating, taking the damage from Arcane Comment, and Aatrox is able to get away just like that. The trade's coming out. Milio heal. W auto's going through. Misfortune ticking away. The exhaust going out for the Zac. The flash going out for the Kog'Maw. And it is chaos. No one can find a kill.
Like we
Aatrox
saw
gonna-
right there, Kog'Maw does have some early game damage. The main problem comes when that W runs out. Because you W, you get your PTA, and then you're doing big damage. But then as soon as that W runs out, Kog'Maw is not doing anything to you early game.
Both sides of the rift slowly crashing large waves. Red side looking to catch them. Zach taking it back. Aatrox taking them back to get early item advantages for this dragon fight. Zach heading towards his blue side looking for a clear and just definitely might be looking for grubs rather than.
Seraphine upsetting the Hex Drag for no reason.
Hey, he makes me angry sometimes too.
I love the Hex Drag. He's so cool.
Drag changes were definitely a fun one.
Makes you think though. Who made the Hex Drag? He ain't
Jace.
natural. Jace. He made
Victor. It definitely seems like a Victor thing to do.
It does seem like a Victor thing to do. And Singe made the Chemsec Drag.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's the actual lore behind them. To be honest with you, we might have just guessed it, and it just seems right. No, it's canon now. Head canon. Early
It's
trades,
canon.
trades coming out. Landing, both getting slowed. Looking to land a Q, misses, and bot lane again trading out. Can't find that kill. Maybe we'll find something at level 6.
Sends out soloing the dragon.
Yeah. Angie's level 6 in the bot lane is definitely a little bit better than Conduit's, but Zach looking to jump in. Going in on the Xin Zhao, landing the Q. Shenol coming in.
Gosh.
Shield. Lux taking the dragon away from the Zach. Zach passive being popped. Slowly ticking down. Getting the last grub. Shen taking the kill. 2 kills for the Shen. And ANGY.
Wow.
Claiming a
That was a
life
great
and
Shenol.
dragon. Shenol
An-
coming from the side of Conduit.
Angy playing this game exactly how they have to, or not Angy, Conduit playing the game exactly how they have to play it this game. It's really they might just pull this on top. We might be seeing a game 3.
Definitely seeing the early.
The weird looking comp might work. We just don't know ball. Well, clearly we need to be educated.
Just don't know ball. Shen with those 2 kills is still good for ANGY because their carries aren't getting the gold like they need. Makes Aatrox lane a little bit harder than he wants it to. Now falling probably about a quarter of a level down. CS Aatrox with a small CS lead. Taunt going through. Empowered auto attacks from Aatrox coming in, and Shen's health dwindling away despite that 2-kill lead. Dual hand and sword Aatrox. A lot stronger than a Tiamat Shen.
Zach rushed Faded Ashes.
Best item of the game.
I guess. Do Zachs be going Leandries?
Yeah, AP. Since Faded Ashes got, or since those AP items got buffed, it's usually your Landry's first into your tank build.
Okay. That's cool. That seems right. I want to see Zach with a Rift Maker.
AP Zach scary.
Mm-hmm.
Stun landing, ult taking a chunk, a third of Ari's health gone instantly in 2 abilities. That's just the Lux man. Kog'Maw falling behind it in CS once more. Misfortune staying consistent. Zach jumping in, misses, lands the Q, looking to find somebody else, getting pushed away. Ult coming out from the Zach, jumping around, looking, another auto comes out, goes to the Shen, 3-0, the flash Q from the Aatrox, taking down the Xin Zhao, looking to find more autos. Shen with the blocks, Ari Q's not finding it. Aatrox Q finding his way and can't find the rest of that damage to kill the Shen, but Aatrox finding a way to crawl that losing play back. Shen, 3-0. Aatrox finding himself 1-1. Slowly trying to build his way even to the Shen.
Shen has 3 kills and a tabbies.
Yeah, looks like this top lane is going to be the deciding factor of this game. Ult coming out from Seraphine, just touching the Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw ult's coming in. Milio cleansing the Seraphine ult. The auto's coming in. The Misfortune ult going 180 degrees to the left side. Shen ult coming in, looking for the charm. Auto's ticking away from the Kog'Maw W, taking out the Misfortune. The flash coming out from the Seraphine, getting hit by the Kog'Maw ult, just barely staying alive. Maybe looking to push this wave so they can see the Seraphine and maybe get the Kog'Maw ult on him, but Conduit with this Shen global he's just, there's nothing you can do against it, especially when he's this far ahead.
The Misfortune zoning ult, trying to keep the Kog'Maw off of the Seraphine. It's just I would have liked to see the Misfortune ult used a little sooner, like while the Kog'Maw was CC'd, but they held it for that situation. But she gets a huge wave though.
Yeah, I mean, Misfortune R saw the new Anna squad cinematic, saw the Aatrox, and thought, hey, let's send it that way. But
She thought it was global.
yeah, saw the Shen ult and went, yep, so's my R. W connected with the Xin Zhao, getting an auto attack on the Ahri, trading health for health again. 4 kills for Conduit. Shen up 3-0. Kog'Maw getting his first kill of the game, finding himself that Vamsep and Recurbo. Definitely can be dangerous as time goes on.
Conduit is getting a lot of good picks right now, but they're still not up gold. They're still even in gold. Which I guess it's because the ANGY is just farming a little better on the bot and the top side.
I see 30 CS difference between the Aatrox and the Shen, and another almost 20 CS different, 15 CS different from the bot lane. As ANGY
Seraphine just letting Melio walk away.
Root landing on Charm. Flash comes out from the Lux. It seems like Summoner spell for nothing on the side of ANGY looking to claim their Mountain Drag.
Mountain Drag is huge for this team comp. I mean, giving Aatrox some extra tank stats and having Zac with extra tank stats is always nice. Obviously not that as valuable on the squishies, but you know, a little extra armor and magic resist never hurt anyone.
Stun landing on the Ahri into the charm on the Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao taking turret shots, can't do anything about it. Ahri losing her health, but gaining a kill on a very surprising play from Conduit.
That's the 500 skin diff, honestly. Being able to
Seraphine ult just barely missing. Q connecting onto the Milio and the
Shadow my gosh.
Kog'Maw just barely living. Zac passive being procced.
Gotta protect your Zac.
Shen looking for the kill.
Shen wants it.
But, I mean, as tanky as he is, he can just go in and out just fine. Kog'Maw barely making it out with his life. Shen ult being blown up on arrival. Milio sadly falling. Stun connecting onto the Ahri. Looks like she just might be dead. And this mid lane is uncharacteristically getting caught out on both sides of things.
Yeah, it's very aggressive for an Ahri Lux matchup. Oh. Flash.
W landing onto the Aatrox. 2-level difference might not be what Xin Zhao wants. Just looking to use
Aatrox does have the entire Eclipse, so does Xin Zhao.
Yeah. See, with
Misfortune keeping Shen there.
Ahri completing her Malignance could maybe make the difference in this. That top lane turret slowly falling again with the CS lead. The Aatrox is accruing. And the tower, probably first tower gold going to come out to this Aatrox. It could be scary. Teleport coming in from the Shen to the top side. Xin Zhao being a lot of time wasted trying to hold that tower. Now going to start falling behind in camps.
ANGY setting up for the Herald right now. Getting the Herald going top side could be the answer they need.
Q lands onto the Shen. And with the Leandry's done on the Zac, a lot of poke coming out from the Zac as well. That's just flat damage. As you see a fight coming in, shield, Kog'Maw slowed, health dwindling away. A lot of damage on the side of this bot lane. Now the Collector has been finished. Again, we're not seeing another BF rush. We're seeing an early ult from Milio. Lux popping the ult. Going, Xin Zhao going in with his art. Zac, 1 health, taking out the Zac. I'm losing my voice right now. But
Aatrox going in with the World Ender.
World Ender coming in, trying to claim the life of the, maybe taking another one with him, but Shen with a double makes him 5-0, the difference maker in this game. And a pick that I was skeptical at first of is proving its use as they continue to build onto their lead.
I guess Captain he knows his Shen. Shen is currently 5-0. He's the carry of the team right now. He has Titanic Hydra. Aatrox trying to keep up. They did get Herald though.
It did acquire the Herald.
Herald could be used mid lane right now after he goes in on that Lux.
Zach getting stunned up by the Lux, hopefully trying to find a minion to grab, getting poked away, 3/4 health to half. Lux, Billy's coming back up, stun coming back out, and just like that, Lux is out safe. Top and mid tower going to the side of Conduit. And slowly this game seems to be bleeding the way of Conduit, surprisingly enough.
Conduit has almost a 2K gold lead right now. It's looking really good for Conduit right now. They have Hex Drag. They got that double kill or that triple kill up top. Next dragon up is the Cloud Dragon. These are Cloud Dragon, especially on Kog'Maw, or Cloud Soul, I should say, on Kog'Maw. You just pop your R once and you have that insane movement speed on an auto attack champion is always fun. Xin Zhao, Melio, obviously. Shen getting that burst of movement speed out of ult is going to be huge for this team.
Aatrox looking to catch out Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao getting pulled back slowly. Blue side not looking to continue, even with three teammates in their jungle or in red side's jungle.
Shen just looking for the tower.
Back, leaping, connecting onto the Melio. Melio popping his ult. And again, a flash out from Melio. Shen taking tier 2 while all this is going on. ANGY looking to claim first Cloud Drake, third dragon of the game. And Shen just looks to keep on pushing because he can. He has his R. He can always join a team fight whenever. Aatrox looking to poke. Hughes landing from the Miller. Zach is just blown up. Lux ticking down. Misfortune ult landing on killing the Lux. Auto attacks go in. And on a team fight on the side of Conduit, looks to claim that gold right back. I mean, TP's coming in from the Ahri to stop the Shen from continuing pushing, but Shen not being there makes things kind of hard on the side of Conduit. All their gold is on this Shen, so all it takes is
Shen did take a tower, but they lose Dragon and 3 of their teammates for it, so I mean, it's a great place to be right now because that top wave is always going to be pushed in now. So you can play more towards the bot in the mid lane, get the towers for the objectives. But I mean, they just closed the gold lead on ANGY side.
Yeah. ANGY looking to continue levying their leads, maybe again slowing things down until objectives come by.
See this mid lane right now, Kog'Maw might get caught out. No, he's too fast.
Full thumbs up for the bot lane. Shen taunting the Aatrox. Aatrox getting picked down, landing his criticals. That's 2. Maybe looking for the 3rd to get his health back. Empowered auto up. The Titanic Hydra. Doing a lot of AoE to his Aatrox, but again, being able to heal back. Continues to land these kill shots. Shen's health slowly dwindling. Teams are looking to move up towards the top side. Xin might be in a dangerous spot, getting focused by a ward.
Tunneler and Black Cleaver? Or is that Sterax he's building?
I think he's building Sterax. Misfortune getting connected on by the Xin Zhao. Smite coming out. One shot. QW. And Misfortune falls just like that. Shen ult coming in. Kog'Maw dwindling down. Charm landing onto the Shen. Taunting the Aatrox. Aatrox is down. Zackle coming in. Shen falls to the Seraphine. Ult coming out from the Ahri. Looking to try to levy this charm coming out and hitting the Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao diving in at the minions. Looking to try to find a W. Health dwindling. 3-man charm lands for the Seraphine into a charm by the Ahri. A flash away from the Lux. Lux ult comes in. And the Xin Zhao and Kog'Maw finally claiming the life of Seraphine which was Seraphine and Ari fighting back hard for a 1 for 4 trade on the side of Conduit.
Yeah, Ari trying her best right now. She just quite doesn't have, or she doesn't have quite the amount of gold that she needs for her to be in a position to turn that fight. But I mean, her and Seraphine, they did the best they could.
Yeah, I mean, again, this Lux pick proving their worth. A lot of upfront damage coming on the side of Conduit. A lot of burst into immediate spray and pray from the Kog'Maw. And Conduit doesn't seem to really have an answer for it.
Yeah.
Or Angie doesn't. My
Angy,
bad.
Conduit being up 3k gold right now. They are down 1 dragon. I believe. No, Zach used the Herald somewhere. I just did not see it. But I mean, this is something that could very easily be turned, but I believe Conduit, they might be able to hold down this lead and we might see a third game.
It would definitely be nice to see a third game, especially seeing a third game. If they can definitely claim game 2 with a, uncomfortable comp to play, this definitely could spell a little bit more for them going into game 3. But again, we're gonna have to watch how this game goes. Misfortune doing a lot of damage with her poke, and now completing that second item, that Banshees, to try to survive a stun. Maybe first attack from the Kog'Maw, and that Q taking a quarter of Kog'Maw's health. That's hard to deal with. Slowing things down, looking to claim vision on the side of Baron. And seeing a lot
Yeah,
of ping pong.
Angy setting it up for it. Shen staying in the bot lane, getting as much prio he can for the lane. Ari does have TP, so she can match the Shen TP if needed. They just have to keep wards nearby. Kog'Maw, Melio walking into that bush. If Angy was just grouped up a little more, that could have been very dangerous.
Again, Angie being able to use their vision so well, being able to spot out these players so early, being able to make that decision whether to disengage or go in. Very quick stuff from Angie.
Zen's out, taking out that control ward. It did not do anything to him. Just brutal. Innocent control wards. I've been using the same ward skin since I started the game. Wriggle.
Been using the
Little dragon.
Staying a little bit of trades. Zach jumping out to Ari. Ari connecting a stun on the Shen. Shen dipping down to quarter health, or dipping down a quarter health into 3/4. Looking to find the taunt, getting the auto attack on the Zach. Lux missing the Q, throwing the either round, trying to poke both teams dancing around this dragon. Blue side split up, landing the stun onto the Aatrox. Aatrox getting a small shield, not really being able to commit it on. Zinzao landing the W, landing the E. Luxolt connecting on 2. Aatrox, 1 health, burning down from Zach in the middle of 5 in total. Shenold coming in, trying to save the Seraphine, and does. Ari looking to make a hero play, taking out the Kog'Maw, landing the charm on the Shen, dashing away from Zinzao. Zinzao with the flash Q. He lands the Nagabon to the Misfortune, slowly dwindling away the Shen, trying to chase, and just can't find the way. Lux with her second ult of the team fight. Riot, that champ's not balanced.
Second ult.
Zach.
I mean, Ari right now just putting it all on the line. Amazing plays by her, but she just couldn't quite squeeze it out.
Zach, sadly, way too squishy, not being able to get to that tank item quick enough. The flash coming out from the Shen. Aatrox slowly doing away. That Luxolt hits like a truck, and this Aatrox is finding himself stuck in the river once more. Just like the Aatrox, this game just seems to be drowning away from Angie, and there's nothing they can seem to do from it.
Yeah, Aatrox finding himself stuck in the fountain. The Angy side trying to get the waves pushed up as well as possible so they don't get choked out by Baron. It seems like they're not even setting up for Baron right now. Or maybe they are. Lux just walking the wrong way. Let's see. Ari farming the top wave. The top tower is low. If no one contests her, she's just going to take that tower for free.
Some standing gold on the side of ANGY, maybe to probably get a little bit more income before a Baron fight could attempt big wave crashing in. Ari not taking the chance of taking that tower, and Lux clearing it in an instant.
I think she one-shot that cannon.
A little bit scores
And
coming.
what? It's on like a 25-second cooldown.
Yeah, it's just about back up after he used it on the wave, and just like that, Lux ult is back. We have an automatic rail cannon on the side of Conduit.
You know Warwick W's on like a 100-second cooldown.
I don't doubt that.
You saw it right, should know.
Yeah,
Zinzao
Zhao maybe
getting caught out here.
His R saving him from a lot of damage. Get it. Stun landing on the Milio as well. Flash having to come out to the Milio. Ari dashing forward, landing the charm on the Milio, and that's 2 down on the side of Conduit. And ANGY are going to look to try to take this Baron for free.
Aatrox going, taking the bot wave. Shen has to answer.
Lux. Dallas
Lux
Cowboys
with her
need a
fourth
kicker.
ult.
Field goal. Lux looking for poke to try to get them out of the Baron. Nothing much they can do. We see a small skirmish in the bot lane. Shen dodging the abilities. Aatrox slowly dwindling it down. Doesn't seem to find the sweet spots like he can. Aatrox continue to heal, and Shen auto attacks all you need. Lux using her poke to her advantage.
Lux doing so well at keeping this enemy team low.
And all the enemy team low. Can't really find a way out of this pit. Kog'Maw approaching. Watch one more auto away. Lux getting hit by the charm Q. Kog'Maw finding the kill onto the...
Lux just doing everything she can to keep them off that objective. Low-key waiting for her 7th ult of the fight.
Yeah. I mean, Lux, she probably could pop 3 ults in the time and her death timer goes off. On that point, that Lux ult is on a Anivia ult cooldown. It is like 3 seconds. It is a Karthus Q.
Is Lux even level 16?
Lux is not. I do not believe. I think
no. Her 3rd rank ult cooldown is 20 seconds.
Plus ability haste, so like 15.
Yeah, that's permaban Lux.
Yeah.
Out of the game.
Finishing up that Shadow Flame. How that now it can crit. Now we just gave Lux an execute, and that's not fun. Aatrox looking to keep the wave away from Shen, probably stopping him from taking any more towers. Conduit being pushed back to their tier 3s. Or not Conduit, sorry. ANGY being pushed back to their tier 3s. Zinzao looking to find the Seraphine, not finding it. Almost getting caught out. Zach diving in, and the top side, Lux slowly ticking down. Ari claiming a solo kill in the top lane, while Zinzao is slowly getting chased in his own jungle. Gets hit by the knockup. Slowly looking to get pulled back. Health dwindling a quarter. An 8th. One shot. Shen coming through.
Good.
Getting
They
Shen out
pulled
of
the
his
Shen ult.
Milio getting hit by the Seraphine ult. And also it's Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw getting stunned up. Getting hit by the Q. Zach Q is huge, landing on the Shen.
Oh my god.
And just like that, ANGY
turning the game.
Gold lead and instantly taking
Ari
top
has Baron buff
out of that too as well. Ari looking 700 gold on the side of Ari and a full 8 team wipe on the side of ANGY. And ANGY turned this game right back around.
Yeah, ANGY is turning this game around so heavily. Ari has 3 items right now, up to 224 CS, a tower under her belt. She's taking more. She probably can take that tower even with Lux there. She just has so much gold she's sitting on right now. They took bot tower. They're taking the dragon. They're 1 off a soul. I mean, they have just turned this game almost a complete 180.
From the 4,000 gold that Conduit is up, it has now fallen to 3,000 gold up for ANGY. ANGY finding their power spikes and levying their comp to their advantage. Ari at 17, Lux at 16. I mean, just watch that Lux ult. It's almost a Kog'Maw ult at that point. Look at that thing go. That is a clock.
I was about to say, what's the cooldown on Kog'Maw?
It's like a second.
Oh. It's about the same as Lux ult.
Yeah, just about right. But summoners, all summoners except for Aatrox Flash and Seraphine heal up for Angie. And summoners down for on the side of Conduit. Conduit going to be in a
Look at
rough
that.
spot, especially when it comes to a team fight.
Ari on that back picked up 2 needlessly large rods. That is 140 AP that she just got a buff in. That's almost 50% extra damage she's doing on her Q and E.
Yeah, and again, I doubt she's not far away from Rabadon's either. Maybe clearing 1 or 2 more waves, and she can maybe find herself. Lux finishing the Rabadons. Definitely
Being the
another
third item.
being the third. Yeah, being the third item for Lux again. Ari being ahead, almost a full item, pretty much a full item. 2 needlessly large rods is a full AP item at that point. But Lux of Rabadon's not a fun sight to see. A hit by 1 stun, and then it's just game's over. Gray screen.
GG.
Fountain.
That's 1,000 damage coming out on that R every 20 seconds. Ari backing right now. I would not be surprised if that's for her the death cap.
Breaking out once again between the Shen and Aatrox. Shen taking no damage. Shield coming out. Aatrox dwindling away. Half health. Autos coming out from the Shen. Titanic Hydra coming out. Aatrox having to pop his ult to leave Shen. Nothing happened to Shen. Aatrox losing half his health and World Ender. But finding his way out. World Ender on a pretty short cooldown at this point in the game.
Ari did buy the death cap. Melio is half health. Ari almost pulling the Melio in. Kog'Maw just taking half the health.
Almost dying. Q almost landing on.
Oh. Pulling out the damage.
Ult's coming out.
They're just using everything.
Maybe looking to find an advantage before this Baron up, but nothing can seem to connect. No Seraphine ult. Only thing connecting can seem to be the Lux at the moment. And it's just...
Aatrox does not have Black Cleaver.
No. And a flash forward from the Misfortune. Hitting 2 Qs, and they just blow up. There is.
Wow.
Just got Aatrox taking another fight from the Shen.
Shen has to take this fight to try to make it even. Shen's backing off, maybe looking for an ult. No, just looking for a back.
I think Misfortune just clicked Q once on both of them and Collector claimed. Shen getting the successful back off.
Ari pushing the top wave. Baron is coming up. Aatrox is pushing the bot lane. They only have 3 people to try to contest this. 2 of them being melee. One of them being one of the best artillery mages in the game. Except for she's going for the wave.
One of them being the U.S. military budget.
Yeah.
And so
Ari.
Slow coming out the Xin slowly dwindling away. Dash is coming out, trying to look for a stun, getting inside the ult. Xin Zhao can't find a way, getting harassed by dashes. It's season 14, buddy. If you can't dash on whim, you won't survive.
Season 14, you have to have 32 different kinds of movement abilities.
Exactly. Again,
I think we should give it to him. I think Xin Zhao should just have a free dash.
let's just turn him into Belveth.
Mm-hmm.
Can Angy 5K up in gold from their 4K deficit, swinging the lead by 9K in the span of 5 minutes. Flash coming out for the Milio. Milio connecting. Was that connecting with the Q on the Milio? Nothing can seem to come apart it, but again, there's too much fear on the side of Conduit. They can't walk up. This is where their comp starts to dwindle. Aatrox hitting his power spike. Zach diving in, landing onto the Milio again, flashing onto the Shen, grabbing them with both Qs. Seraphine ult coming out, hitting Lux. A Lux artillery strike. Rail cannon connecting on the 2. Seraphine and Misfortune. Where did your health go?
Yeah, that Lux almost turned the entire fight.
Missing his Q. Lux stun connecting the 2, not taking any damage. Shen ult coming out. Kog'Maw free firing. Diving on, flashes away. Aatrox dwindling down, a couple more autos. Aatrox falls, Shen following as well. Aatrox or Kog'Maw getting 1 shot. Misfortune.
And that might be game.
Quadra killing with Baron minions approaching the wave. That looks like ANGY might just close this out. And It looks so good from Conduit. Misfortune maybe looking for the second pentakill of the season. Time is slowly dwindling
I mean,
away. Doesn't look like she
the
wants
comp
it.
is just so hard to play. Misfortune looking to claim Melio, and
Game.
that's
That
game.
match. I mean,
Wow. What a good game. I mean, especially on Angy side. I mean, they were down 4K gold into one really good turn that changed the entire direction of the game.
yeah. That con. I mean, con from my brains. That game was wild. I mean,
Yeah.
on the comp on red side. I mean, couldn't levy their mid to late game advantage, and as power spikes came in for Angie, that was all that was it. Champions got power spikes. They were able to use their abilities like they were, and their team comp just shined in the end. Um, the solo kill power of Conduit was very high, but that's only for the early game, and the game just went on and on. And again, season 14 motto: let's just scale.
Yeah. I mean, Kog'Maw had the length of the game to scale. He just could not find a good team fight with Zach and Ari always up in the middle of the team. That Ari, honestly, MVP goes to that Ari. What an amazing player that game. Constantly, even while they were behind, holding the team fights together. With the Seraphine and then Ari pushing the waves, getting the gold, just doing everything she can to keep the game on Engi's side.
Absolutely, Ari being a menace everywhere on the map, allowing the time for this misfortune to get her items and just turn into the one-shot machine. Um, Ari just being able to hit the charms she needed to protect her team, and then just also performing onto in the solo lanes by herself. I mean, especially against the Lux, dodging those kill shots are apparent, and she did that. I mean, solo kill after solo kill, there's nothing Lux could end up doing. I mean, Lux at the end of the game, I mean, artillery cannon, not much to be said.
And
Um,
let's not forget Shen.
Shen,
Shen, I mean, doing everything he can.
Shen
Um,
averaging the same. I mean, Shen, Misfortune, and Ari being the ones above almost yeah, pretty much above 400 gold a minute. I mean, Shen 442 a minute, levying his lead, his early game lead for the rest of his team. Shenolt's coming in, saving plays over and over again. I mean, Shen, there's not much more this man can do. I mean,
yeah,
he tried.
Shen did absolutely everything he can. Get the solo kills, get the lane pressure, get the good ults. The rest of the team just didn't have the money or the macro or the micro to keep the game alive.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, all comes down to who's the simpler comp to play, and Angie opting for the latter and playing two simple comps to take games 1 and 2 and ending the series in a quick fashion. Angie
Mhm.
now 4-1 for the season, um, proving themselves great contenders for the split, one of the top teams that we have at the moment, and Conduit showing some life in game 2. Definitely showing their individual strengths. Hopefully, looking to see a lot of a improvement from them in the future, vision stuff like that. And let's call it to the who do you think a match MVP is?
Match MVP for this game, Ari, all day. Ari just doing everything she can to keep the game alive. I honestly believe if Ari played just even a little worse, the game could have been on Conduit side.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to give my series MVP probably to Outrage. I mean,
Mm,
man, constantly with a 40-50 CS lead in the bot lane. This
yeah.
misfortune, a dangerous pick in his hand, turning into a one-shot machine, or like halfway through the game. There's no answer to it. I mean, the Seraphine Misfortune bot lane was just so oppressive, and there's not much you can really do, even in the eyes of a late game Twitch or a late game Kog'Maw. Misfortune just proved that with one button. And Outrage played it well, not getting caught out. I think average Outrage with 3 kills, only 3 deaths per game. He's definitely performed most consistent, kept games alive, and definitely between RA and Misfortune this game, definitely showed why ANGY are a top team in the LXC at the moment. But
Yeah,
yeah, Outrage is gonna have my series MVP.
I agree.
But I want to thank you all for joining us for week 2 of the LXC summer split. Congratulations to ANGY moving on to 4-1 for the season. Hopefully they can keep up their streaks and
Right.
continue to win series after series. Looking forward to see them later in the season, see what they can pull out, see what comps they decide to go as patches go on, and but
I'm excited to
then
see
again,
their growth.
excited. Thank you guys for joining us, and can't wait for next Wednesday. See you
Yep.
guys.